Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this drawing session. And today is really special day for me. This month marks 1 year mark for our Patreon journey. So it's an anniversary. So to celebrate it, I am doing this free for all people drawing people session where we are going to draw from images of people, which I am going to share it later. And my name is Shivam. I'm from India. I'm an artist. I'm an illustrator. I'm a picture book artist. I love to draw, paint, and tell stories with my work. And I'm a bit nervous. It's a big moment for me, quite an achievement. A year ago, I decided to start a small Patreon, and so many of lovely friends have joined me in this journey and supported me throughout from all over the world, which feels really amazing and unreal. And I am really glad I took that leap of faith and started something which I really wanted to do in the place where I live. And so what I will do is I will start with a sketchbook tour of my sketchbook where I've where I've made drawings of people from life. And since we are going to draw people in this session, I thought it would be a nice addition to show my sketchbook where I draw from life. I mean, the drawings of people in my sketchbook from life. And after sharing my sketchbook, I will give you a small demo of my work, like how I approach drawing people and how I simplify my process of drawing from life, especially when I'm drawing people. And let me just set up my phone so that I can share my sketchbook. Give me just a minute. I'll spot me. I hope this my sketchbook is visible, this red sketchbook. Is it visible for everyone? I have spotlighted it. Yeah. So I think what I will do is I will stop my video of my face because the internet connection seems lagging a bit. And I will keep this sketchbook part on. Yeah, that will give me a bit better bandwidth for me. And yeah, this is an A5 sketchbook. Uh, I never leave my home without a sketchbook. I love to document whatever I can, with whatever interesting thing I can find around me in my day-to-day life. I like to capture that in my sketchbook. And this is a small sticker I got from my friend.
To a new house.
I will not take a lot of time. I will put a timer for myself of 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I will quickly flip through these drawings and talk a little bit about this. I mostly use this Tombow pen. It's sort of a marker.
Permanent ink?
I guess so. I haven't experimented it, but it feels like it's a permanent ink. A water-based ink, sorry. It's written here, water-based ink. So these all drawings I have done from life. There's this musician which I saw.
हो गया
It's collage of people. I was just playing with the shapes of faces. Most of these things I have shared on Instagram, but I guess many people have not seen this work, so I thought let me include this in this session anyway, so that I can talk a bit more about this. While I was having lunch and waiting for my order, I quickly drew this. People in park, kids playing, people eating, people uh, just enjoying themselves. So whatever catches my eye, I try to capture that in my sketchbook. It doesn't have to be a finished artwork. I just want to capture the moment, emotion, the energy of the people. This kid was carrying this shark-shaped balloon, which I really loved. So these are sort of things which you will only experience if you go out and spend time in nature, in parks. So the more you involve yourself with life, more the things get more interesting. And you will see there many pages are blank because it's not a heavy paper, it's 140 GSM paper. Sometimes the ink bleeds through this thing. So sometimes I come back and draw in these blank pages, maybe with pencil or soft pastels or anything. So
So
there
are
are
you
this.
using a watercolor for doing the shades?
These are Tombow brush pens. I mean, there are this sort of
Okay.
pens.
So now I'm asking for the gray tone that is in the.
Yeah, yeah. No,
uh,
no. It's the same thing. This comes in different shades of color. So I have
Okay, okay,
purchased a set of colors which were very neutral in color tones.
okay, nice. So which brand it is?
Tombow.
Tombow. Okay.
Yeah, I will mention all the details of materials and everything once I post the recording of this video. I mean,
Yeah,
the recording, it will be available for everyone.
that's great. Thank you.
And so these are view from my balcony. And many things I've added by myself. There were no birds at the time when I was drawing. Uh, this kid was not there. I have just added it for the sake of fun. Some musical instruments, Indian musical instruments, which I saw in a museum and I made a sort of collage. So it's a sort of documentation and sort of practice. So wherever I find something interesting, be it in the middle of road, I just sit on the side and I start drawing. This was from our Patreon drawing session last Patreon session where we were drawing sculptures. These are drawings of my friends. This is from sculptures Patreon session. This is from a few days back. I went on a drawing date with some of my friends and was drawing these things. And this black ink is from this same Tombow. It's water-based ink basically. So I spray water on top of it, and you will see this fudgy, crazy things happening on paper. Same thing. I sprayed water on top of this. This, I mean, it's black, but when you spray water on it, it does its own thing. Some soft pastels on top of this light ones. While I was waiting for my lunch, I quickly drew this guy who was sitting beside me. So
Is that with the Tombow as well?
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
with the Tombow.
yeah. Tombow, I mean, line work with this Tombow marker sort of thing. I cannot read it. Feudiness, okay. Yeah, it's something like this. Um, so I've done the line work with this, and I filled the same thing with this brush. Both are from Tombow. It's the same
Love
brand.
that one, Shivam.
Yeah, and I sprayed water on top of it. So this sketchbook is half filled. So I don't usually do my sketchbook linear way. I sometimes come back and draw on these blank pages. Sometimes I will come back, and so there is no proper order of working. I give myself liberty to play, fail, and improvise.
मेरा हो गया, तेरे को लिंक भेजूं?
So
You're like me, Shivam. You don't date your work. I just
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
a stamp to date it.
true.
इसमें
I only did this thing
आ पाई?
year and the month.
किसमें खोल रही है? उसमें खोल रही है?
Give me just a minute. There is.
लैपटॉप में खोल.
Can you mute yourself?
Oh.
Sorry, there was this noise. You can unmute yourself later once I complete my demo part. So yeah, this was what I wanted to start with, and I will move on to the demo part, like how I approach drawing people. So I've got a lovely presentation, a printout of this thing. I will not take more than 15 minutes for this, hopefully. I'm putting a timer for myself. So yeah, so many people I know are professionals here who draw daily, and some of us are beginner, and many of us are just starting out. They have interest in drawing or painting, but they might be feeling confused how to go about drawing certain things. So keeping that thing in mind, especially for beginners, and I would also consider myself a beginner. I'm not an expert, and please do take my advices. Whatever I share here with a pinch of salt. I'm no expert. These are just my way of working and seeing things. There are infinite possibilities of doing certain things, especially in art. In drawing, there are no right or wrong way of doing things. So I wanted to focus. Let me bring the camera. My internet is not supporting me really well at this time, but okay. But I hope so you can make out the images which I'm sharing and what I'm trying to convey. So let's, for an example, you want to draw something from life. But to show an example, I am using a photograph. There is this guy, which hopefully you guys can see. There is this guy with bicycle who is staring at this angle. And you can see there are lots of details on the background. There are pamphlets, there are stickers, which might make you overwhelming at times when we are drawing. When you are starting putting a foot in the journey of drawing, you don't know where to start, how to declutter your reference. So how I usually go about approaching this sort of images from life or from images is that uh, I focus on the negative space. I mean, uh, there is this thing is on foreground. This person is on foreground, and everything is on background. So you can focus on, first you need to focus on what you want, what you actually want to draw. Do you want to draw these billboards or these patterns? You can also do that. You can also focus just on the bicycle, or you can only focus on this guy who is standing here. So with a practice, you can declutter the background and focus on just this thing. I mean, it's very hard for me to explain this in this in a this short time period. But I usually, what I do is declutter the background from foreground, and I focus on what exactly I want to draw. So in this image, I suppose I want to draw the sky. So that thing is now a bit cleared for me that I want to focus on drawing the sky. And but when I see this guy, there are a lot of details still I have to like declutter from. There are these patterns on his clothes. There are these several uh, mechanics going on the bicycle. There are his body language, how he's standing. So I will simplify this a bit more further for me. So another thing which I focus on is line of action. So line of action is basically uh, you actually don't see line in people when you're seeing them in life. It's an imaginary line which goes, uh, which you can imagine in a personal body language, what action they are doing. For an instance, when I look at this, I can see the sky standing like this. I can see the center of gravity here. I mean, it may sound a bit technical, but once you start drawing and see these patterns, your drawing process will become much easier. I think about how they are putting their arms, their legs, their whole body. And another thing which I think about is simplifying a human figure with shapes. So you can simplify with basic shapes. For an example, when you see this part, it could be a triangle. I mean, not exactly, but overall, if I see, it looks like a triangle. This fit also looks like it. His legs look like a triangle. This part, and this looks like it is made of two rectangles. This and another part looks like a triangle. This could be a circle. His legs could be small triangles. His bicycle could be two circles. This could be a square. So I'm simplifying these things, not exactly on paper, but these all things are going, all calculations are going subconsciously in my head. And I'm trying to show you how I go through drawing these things. And when you declutter these all details and simply see with Sage, uh, it actually looks like this. You can see how this guy is standing. You can simplify with shape. And taking all these things in consideration, negative space, line of action, this simple shapes, basic shapes, you can use all these things to combine and exaggerate what you're seeing in reference. Well, I wanted to show the first image. So when I'm saying something from life, I'm trying to do this, decluttering all the things which I don't actually want to draw. Focus on the thing which I find interesting. Simplify with shapes, basic shapes. Find the line of action. It may be too much to digest for a beginner, but maybe once you start with regular practice of observing from life and drawing from life, you will get better sense of what I'm trying to convey. And exaggeration is just uh, a bit of salt and pepper to your drawing, which can take it uh, more further and make your drawings more dynamic. Like in this drawing, you can see more energy in his posture. Although I have not included the bicycle part. My only aim was to just draw this guy. I don't have to copy exactly what I'm saying from life or seeing from reference. I'm using this opportunity whenever I'm drawing something from life as a chance to observe and improve my observation skills. It doesn't have to be uh, line to line. Um, I give myself freedom to experiment and explore. Like there is no shirt involved in the preference, but I have added this. I've added colors of my own. You cannot see socks on his foot. but I've added these things. So I've taken liberty, and what I will do is I will quickly show you a demo of me drawing this thing, hopefully in 10 minutes. You can also draw with me if you wish to. And after this demo part, we will be drawing together and I will sharing all the references. So I put the timer for 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, what I will do is I will draw from this reference and I will focus on this guy so that you can see me drawing it in action. Just a second. And I'm using this Tombow pen, sort of a marker, water-based marker. The ink is water-based. I mean, it's water soluble. So I will give myself 10 minutes and I've started the timer and I will start drawing this. I'm a bit nervous. I'm always nervous giving demo, but hopefully this will help you. My drawings are usually not clean and I try to capture the energy of the thing which I'm drawing. I'm just worried if you guys can see this thing or not. Thank you, Tina. I'm doing great. That's great to hear. Yeah, I'm no expert in, not an expert artist. I'm just trying my bit to share what I know. Most of the things I've learned from YouTube, most of the things I've learned from my friends, and yeah, I still continue to learn. I'm starting with face. I'm trying to make continuous line drawing. It usually helps me to keep my lines organic and free flow. I'm not going to draw the bicycle. So suppose I was talking about line of action, like how his hands are going that side and how his body is. You can see this line. It's totally up to me if I want to keep it as it is, or I can exaggerate the line of action and show more force on his hands, in his legs. So with few lines, you can actually see the half of the person is already done. I mean, if I add a few lines, the work is done. So when I'm drawing from life, you actually, when we draw from life, we actually don't get a lot of time to capture what is in front of us. Everything moves so quickly. So this method of working with continuous lines usually helps me with capturing whatever is in motion quickly. I can also exaggerate the size of his this jacket which he's wearing. I can maybe make it elongated. It's totally. So you are basically a creator, sort of a director. You are the owner of what the clothes should be, what color it could be, what's the height of the person which you're drawing. So you are in full liberty of doing many things. So don't be worried if your uh, drawing in your sketchbook is not matching 100% to your reference from life. And I think one of the best thing you can start doing is maintain a sketchbook and draw from life. Because one of the common thing which I find in making drawings, painting, illustration, or animation is drawing is the central element, one of the central element which plays an important role because you have to draw even if you have any ideas or story you want to tell. Sometimes when your skills are not up there, uh, you may not be able to express yourself because we are so as an artist we are very visual person. I also want to focus on the folds, which is close and heavy. I find it very difficult to draw drapery, especially if there are folds on them. And if I want to add more details, see this is a brush pen with Parker ink ink. It's water soluble ink. I'm using it to fill that contrast to his pants. And I've also got few soft pastels, which I really love to use. If I want to add colors, I can also maybe use it. Drawing people is one of my favorite subjects to draw. And by no means this drawing is perfect. But when we are in when we are drawing from life, you actually get very less time. And I think it's more than good enough you are able, if you are able to capture the energy of your subject. This is the handlebar. So, just adding a bit of details from this bicycle handle. And I think actually it's done. I don't need to do more. Just trying to add bit of details. If you guys have any question, please feel free to ask me. This is a nice moment for me to actually show if you have any question. Dheeraj, do you want to ask anything?
Hey Shivam,
Yeah.
have you ever used gesture drawing method to draw in real life? Because what I'm doing from my experiences, whenever I'm drawing from a photo from Pinterest, let's say,
Yeah.
uh, in that case, I'm using the gesture drawing method. But when
Yeah.
I'm drawing from real life, I actually don't use that method. I draw the silhouette first,
Mhm.
and then add the details later on.
So we will get back to your question once. Let me share all the images which we are going to draw from. Otherwise, it will keep everyone waiting. And that was the demo bit from this session. And the next thing which we are going to do is draw together all the images which I have got for us. And let me share my screen. Give me just a minute. Oops, what can't I see? Just a minute, sorry. Uh, can you see my screen? I mean, can you see the image of reference? Actually, don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Yes, I can see
Can,
it.
yeah, okay, great. So we have 6 images for us, starting with this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 images in total, and for each we will take 10 minutes each. And feel free to use whatever medium you are comfortable with, or maybe use a medium which you are not comfortable with. So it's totally up to you. And meanwhile, I mean, between these drawings, we will take a 3-minute pause to take a breather and to take our eyes away from nasty screen, these digital nasty screens. And I hope everyone is ready with their sketchbooks, their materials, whatever they want to use in this session. And I will start the timer and we can chat. And if you guys want to ask me anything, we can move ahead with that. And uh, I hope everyone is ready with their materials so that I can start the timer. And I'm starting the timer. We have got 10 minutes for this one. And sorry, I interrupted you while you were asking your question, Dheeraj. So can you please repeat what you wanted to ask me?
Hey Shivam, I'm just saying, whenever I'm drawing from Pinterest, let's say,
Yeah,
human poses,
okay.
the thing is that those poses are like really exaggerated, and so it helps me when I draw using the gesture drawing method. But when I'm drawing people in real life, uh, even though I try, I'm not able to use the gesture drawing method. So I've completely stopped using it now, and I just draw the silhouette first and then
Mhm.
add the details later on. So I just wanted to ask you, how do you approach drawing people in real life? Um, yeah.
So actually the demo part which I gave where I showed like I declutter whatever I want to draw, I mean foreground from background. So what I've shown in the demo part is not a random thing like I picked anything from internet and I showed it for the sake of showing. It's actually how I approach my drawing. Like although all those things are going inside my head because I've been drawing for several years and I'm trying to get better at it. So one of the thing which I think I focus on many things, but it happens at subconscious level. Like one of the thing which I start with, suppose I'm at a park and there is this person sitting in front of at some distance, and it's possible that there are many peoples are around him. So I need to pick which person I exactly want to draw, and I sort of remove him from, I mean, what's mentally remove him from his background, and yeah, I focus on line of action, how that person is sitting, and I also focus on his emotion. Is that person sad, or is that person angry or hungry, or what that person is feeling through? So I think one of the things which really helps me is empathize with whatever I'm drawing. As I love to tell stories with my drawing, be it just a normal drawing which I'm capturing somewhere. I want to tell stories with my drawing. It could be a little hint in my drawing, like I really focus on what the person is going through. Just try to relate with that. I mean, I know it's not a proper answer you might be looking for, but uh, yeah, I focus on the energy of that person, what that person might be going through, and I try to follow that with my drawing. I mean, I start with that, and all the exaggeration and everything are, I think, those salt and pepper which enhances your work, but that line of action really helps evoke the certain emotion of my subject. And what else? Yeah, body language. So I think most of the thing is how well you observe your whatever you're trying to draw, how observant you are, and how much energy you can soak in and share uh, with your drawing. And I know it might be confusing the way I'm saying, but that's usually how I go about. Uh, One of the thing, if you ask me technique wise, is I really like that continuous line drawing thing, because I can always improvise while I'm drawing something. It's constant. The lines are in constant flow. I can always come back. Suppose I'm drawing a person from head to his hand, and after drawing his head, I've drawn the hand, and I feel like the head is very small. It could be a big better. I will, without breaking a line, I could quickly come to the head, and so yeah, it's such a visual thing. All these techniques and everything feels weird when you verbalize them, and I think yeah, you can uh, take help of various tutorials, YouTube, like which methods work for you. I mean, I try to experiment. Uh, there is no fixed way of drawing certain things. I try to explore and see what works for me. And the more you draw, uh, the more better you have a grasp of how to actually express something in a better way. If anyone else have any answer to that, please feel free to add. If you have any answer that what approach works best for you when you're drawing something, especially people from life. And there are a lot of messages in chat. Let me check if there are any questions.
Usually if something is interesting about that scene, it's
Yeah.
the top of that person is an interesting color or a shape or like stripes or something like that. That's usually what I'll concentrate on. That's what caught my eye in the first place. I have a tendency to draw dog heads on my people, um, incapable of drawing human heads, but I just make it fun. It doesn't matter necessarily whether, like you said, exaggeration, whether it's in proportion or not. It's, am I getting the feel of that thing that I felt when I
True.
saw that thing that inspired me?
True. And I think I really get when people might hear my answer that empathize with your subject or feel what they are going through. Because when one person is starting out their journey in drawing, you will go through several hours of bad drawing phases, and none of the advices make sense. Like I don't really get it until you get it. If you persist enough in this practice of drawing, and I think the more we draw, the better we have an understanding of what actually works is as per our taste of looking at things, because what works for me might not work for you. We've got 3 minutes left for this one. Patricia, yeah, sorry. Do you
Yes, I have
want
a
to say?
question. How do you deal with proportion for the body?
Yeah,
Proportion.
so I'm not really true to, I mean, most of my work is not really very accurate proportion wise, even with perspective wise. But I know basic anatomy, I have basic understanding of anatomy. Like when I'm seeing this guy, I'm not really concerned about making this guy very proportionate, but I want to exaggerate. But I guess even to exaggerate, you have to have a basic understanding of how a normal anatomy of a human works. And I have put in a lot of time and effort of reading books and copying from books, like images from books, and like there are several 7 head methods, 7.5 head methods here in Asia, I guess. In every country, there are different proportion of people depending on the geography and everything. So I think after having a proper understanding, not it doesn't have to proper understanding, because these are the things, perspective, composition, color theory, this understanding of negative space. These are things which we are going to learn throughout our life and keep honing upon them. So once you have general or basic understanding of this, you can start experimenting, and the idea is to have fun with these things. I mean, this many people, if someone is starting out and they think about all the principles and elements of art and design, like anatomy, perspective, color theory, and there are these shape, forms, textures. They are going to get themselves overwhelmed with all those elements, and the basic advice I would give is to have a basic understanding of all these things and play with those ideas. Like, that this is how a perspective works, this is how anatomy works. And I think only by practice and observing, having practice and observing from life, you have that better understanding of how those things work. As
Okay.
I've already mentioned, art is such a visual thing, and art is verb. You actually learn it by doing it and seeing it. I mean, no matter, even if I talk about these things for an hour, nothing will make sense until you have that childlike energy inside you to explore and make mistakes. Like Arati said, that she includes animal heads instead of drawing people heads. When I mean, she is merging a animal in a body of human. I mean, that is not stopping her to not draw. It is giving herself. Let me put timer for this one. We have another 10 minutes for this one. So I mean,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. Because anything with proper practice, you are bound to improve upon them. It's inevitable that you will eventually improve upon that. And the idea is to enjoy the process while you are learning and going through those phases. I mean, you don't have to beat your head, pull your hair out, that there are so much things. I mean, there is two way to look at certain things. There is so much to learn, and you can also have approach, oh, there is so much to learn, I have so many things to improve upon and play with these ideas. So I usually approach with the fun, I mean, usually go with the fun approach. For an instance, I will give you a better example, which I am going through. So I am really comfortable with painting and drawing with brushes and everything. With if you give me color, and I can make a havoc on canvas. But this, but with drawing, with line work, with pens and with pencils, I find it very uncomfortable to deal with those things. So what I do, I never carry colors when I out from my house when I'm traveling somewhere, I only carry these pens, these Tombow pens and everything. Usually these are black or gray. So I have restricted my materials and given myself a chance to explore more of drawing and get over the fear of making bad drawings. And with paints, with colors, there is this element that I can always use mixed media material to cover my bad drawings, bad parts of my drawing. But I'm taking away that uh, liberty part when I'm taking markers and everything. And like I shared my sketchbook, I've been consciously taking these decisions to improve my work. Yeah, so there are a lot of way of doing certain things. You can also have fun in things which you are struggling at now. And I will advise it to not think too much ahead in the future, like what I'm going to do 1 year from now. If I were you, I will put my attention to this very moment and focus on this particular picture. Or I mean, you don't exactly have to draw the reference which I'm showing. If you want to draw something else, you guys are free to do that as well. This session is to just have a dedicated hour to drawing session. It doesn't have to, you don't have to draw the exact things which I'm saying. So my basic approach when I'm drawing something is to break it down into smaller bits so that I can digest it, so that my brain can digest. That is why I was, if I want to draw something which is in cluttered area, I will declutter it mentally. I
Hey,
will focus.
I have a question.
Sorry.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Are you drawing this one? How do
Yeah.
you draw? How do you draw
Yeah.
when the outfit a person is wearing has so many details?
Yeah. I haven't been to that part actually, but yeah, I will. If I had time, I would have loved to add those things. Uh, yeah, but I like to draw those things, those details and everything.
I don't even know where to start. I've got the silhouette, but
So
after
you
that,
start. So one of the thing is to you can start from anywhere. I would advise you to just start. Don't think. Make a mark. Make a mark, and whatever you see, if you see any round detail in the design of something, you start and you build upon that. Like how you started with silhouette, you must have started with somewhere, some shape of the face or hand or anything you started. I mean, the worst it would happen is that you will make a mistake. And the second time you try, you will make a better mark. And by the third time, you will know that, oh, the last time I did, it didn't look very well. So give yourself permission to play, make mistakes. And that is why our sketchbook have plenty of pages to make plenty of mistakes, plenty of bad drawings. And actually, I always start my session with this quote. I don't know who said it, but I really resonate with that quote very much. That a bad drawing is better than no drawing at all. So when I'm going through bad phases, I really think about that line.
And
Motivates me
that's the
to
point of a sketchbook, isn't it? To make mistakes, to
yeah,
learn, to get
true,
better.
yeah. We have got 3 minutes and 20 seconds for this one. Anyone else has any question, or not just question? If you want to chat with us, please feel free to unmute yourself and speak to us, or you can use the chat. I mean, type in text.
Did you go to school for art, or are you self-taught?
Although I did fine arts in applied arts. It's sort of graphic design in a fine arts environment. But I would not say that I learned my drawing, my illustration practice from my course. It was a 4-year degree course. I think I have learned most from my friends, from YouTube, and so it's not even self-taught or not even. I mean, I did go to art college, uh, but yeah, I've learned from all over the place, I would say.
More through experience.
Yeah. So the last minute, that is why you guys are hearing that tick tick sound. And if you guys want to learn more about anatomy, negative space, and all those stuff, there is this beautiful page called Grease and Norm. Guys might have heard about them. They're on Instagram as well, and if you search about them on Pinterest, so they share these Tuesday tips, uh, and it's really beautifully articulated in their single like how to approach drawing certain things, drapery, human figures, anatomy. If you guys are interested, I will link that in when I share the recording in a post.
What's the
We've
name
got
of the thing?
let me type that. Reason not if I'm not wrong. You can actually find them on Instagram. This keep getting tough. Yeah. So I think people might be getting overwhelmed with all the details and jewelry. So it's totally up to you what you want to focus on. I mean, you don't have to draw all the details. Um, you can think about this image if you want to that. What if this person is only wearing clothes and not wearing the jewelries? How would it look? So you're also exercising your uh, imagination as well. And you are also making process of drawing this image a bit easier for yourself. I think someone wanted to ask anything. I saw a raised hand. Not gonna attempt this. Yeah, it's totally up to you. There is no pressure. So one of the thing which I think most of the thing which I share and how I think are not very logical and technical. I think a bit different. Like whenever I'm starting a drawing, a painting, or anything, I tell myself there is this whisper of voice inside my head that I can pull this off. I can make this thing. Uh, and it will come out good. Even if it does not come out good, I will have fun. If I don't, if something bad happens, I will improvise. I will learn through that. And most of my drawings and work are a lot of improvisation. So when I make mistakes, it gives me a chance to develop upon that idea. I can always improvise that.
Shivam,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi.
What do you mean by mistakes?
Mistakes. Suppose there is this reference you can see, right? This person is, you can see their right hand, which is like this.
Mm-hmm.
What if I suppose I make the whole thing correct? Anatomy is correct. The details are correct, like how you're seeing in the image. But the hand looks very longer. It's very odd. By mistake, suppose I'm drawing with pen and I'm by mistake, maybe by some mistake it happened that I made that hand a bit longer. So even if that makes that image a clear, maybe I can. There are a few things I can go from that thing. Maybe I can put paint on top of it and draw a better hand. Maybe stick a paper on top of it, or uh, make that thing a better hand. Or maybe according to that longer hand, I can change all the proportion of this person which I'm seeing. So stylistically, it would become a very different image from which I'm seeing. Like the legs will be longer, the face will be longer. But that single mistake gave me idea that, oh, what if this person is really long, has longer limbs, longer proportion of body. So that a single mistake gave me a chance to explore upon that idea. Uh, that yeah, I can use that exaggeration to a play, or I can just leave that image as it is, and I can reattempt the drawing. Because let me tell you, the example which I'm giving you, it happens to me almost every other day. When I'm drawing something from life, the head would be smaller, the body would be bigger, and so I will, even when I'm drawing something, suppose I'm drawing a person who is sitting over there and I'm drawing his head and I'm using a pen, um, and the head is very small, so I will draw top on top of that a bigger head, even though you can see the mistake. I don't care about that. So in that way, I'm saying I can always improvise. I give myself the permission to play and make mistakes. Those mistakes are not going to keep me away from trying more and uh, make more bad drawings. I hope that made some sense.
Yeah, thank you.
And I mean, I know that people might be finding this reference. I forgot to start the timer, man. I am assuming they must have 7 minutes left. So I'm giving us a 3 minute. Should I give us 3 minutes? Yeah. Okay. I'm giving us the 3 minutes. So yeah, don't be hard on yourself if you guys are finding this reference image a bit hard to draw from. So be kind to yourself. I know many of us might be new to this art practice of drawing. I've been drawing for more than 15 years and I still don't know many of the things which you might be having questions about. So it's a lifelong journey of learning and learning. One minute and 40 seconds left. And I'm really glad that you guys are here to draw with us. I do hope you will enjoy this session.
Great images. Thank you, Shivam. And
Yeah.
thank you for doing this.
Yeah. And you will realize that these images are not very high quality images. I mean, in the sense of details. I found this on some sort of archive page. And actually, this helped me when there are less details in my reference. Because ultimately, what I'm doing is decluttering the reference mentally. And this low res image is actually helping me in doing so. So the last minute for this one. You can always come back to these images if you want to reattempt this, redraw this. These images I've shared on Patreon. And copy pasted the link of the post on chat. I really love this reference. So much character in this image. I have started the 10 minutes timer. If anyone else has any question or want to chat with us, please feel free to do that.
Shivam, do you still work in graphic design?
No, I mainly work with children book publisher for picture books, and I sometimes work with these publishers who publish children's magazine. It could be bi-monthly or twice a year. So yeah,
Oh,
not
that's great. Do
exactly.
you have any books in North America, or are they all in India?
Mostly, I mean, I work with Indian publishers, and yeah.
Where do you get inspiration for your artwork, for the artwork that you draw and post, like your personal artwork that doesn't have a brief and things that you draw
Illustration.
for yourself?
You might be talking about the illustration work, which I post. I mean, yeah, so it's from everywhere. I mean, my inspiration from life and whatever I'm going through and whatever is going around in my life. Uh, if anything captures my eye and I feel like this story is worth telling by me, I should attempt it, and I try to tell that with my work. Uh, for an instance, I really love the energy of kids and the energy which kids bring wherever they go. So I love to capture that their essence of energy and playfulness in my work. And you will see a lot of childrens are my key element of my work, my personal work, and yeah, it's um, my whole life is my inspiration in this.
Do you go out every day to draw?
Uh, I don't actually draw daily, but if I don't get time to go out and draw, I usually stand in the balcony of my space and capture. I mean, many of the drawings which you saw on my sketchbooks were from my balcony. There is car garage outside, which I've captured drawings of cars and people walking by. There is a lake nearby, which I can see from my window. So if I don't have anything to draw, I mean, if I don't get time to go out, I draw from wherever I can. Sometimes what I do is when I'm listening to a stand-up comedy on YouTube, I let it play and I draw people who is performing the stand-up. So I'm drawing from video and listening the comedy as well. So from anywhere, uh, I can find something interesting. I try to capture it. Usually I go twice or thrice a month. Oth- Otherwise, I draw from anywhere.
Hi Shivam.
Hi,
So
hi.
I want to ask this question, like how you develop the portfolio for children's book, because I'm also seeking for to do some illustration for children's books. So, but I'm not getting the proper clients to do it. So,
Hmm.
so I just want to know that how to start with.
It's so funny because when I started my work, I mean, working in picture books, I had no intention of building a portfolio for, I mean, focusing on children books. I was just doing my thing, and I think one of the thing which might have helped me was uh, I used to draw things which include children and which included uh, memories of childhood. So since you want to work in children's book field, it might make more sense if your portfolio would have illustrations, painting or drawing or stories, visual stories, which have glimpse of childhood. I mean, suppose if you had any instance or any experience, maybe fun experience while you were a kid, maybe if you how would you illustrate that particular thing, and you can illustrate that thing or maybe make a small comic panel. How would you do that? It's totally up to you. So I think the theme, if your theme had those elements of childhood, it might help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Audit.
Shivam, where do you live? Like in
I
which
live
city?
in Bangalore.
Oh, you live in Bangalore. Okay, good. That's good.
Also, the person who asked me about, I hope they are still in the call, children book portfolio. Are you here? The one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
So I was saying that uh, I am assuming you are starting out in your children's book journey, and um, so suppose if your portfolio has, suppose you are saying you want to do children books, and your portfolio has a big, very graphic design, of posters of very unrelated things in your portfolio, that might throw off the art director who might be to whom you might have shared your portfolio with. What I'm saying is have a consistent body of work that might make your chance a bit better.
So
So
I'm
so
trying.
that so that they may know that yeah, this person is involved with is interested in children book work because they are creating similar sort of work which may be used in children books.
Yeah.
And
So I'm
it
trying to
also
yeah.
yeah
So I'm
it's
trying to make post or like 10 panel post of short
yeah.
story on Instagram also. So like comic strips kind of.
What you can also do is suppose there is an existing story already.
Yeah.
Suppose in India there is this story weaver by Pratham. So there are
Yeah.
already existing stories which are illustrated by someone else. You can take the same story and how would you illustrate that now? You can because those stories are very small, sometimes 8 pages, 16 pages, 24 pages. How would you illustrate that? So it's a self-initiative sort of project. You
Okay.
can also to do that, you can also put that. So yeah, and at this time we will take a 3-minute pause from our nasty screen. You can use this time to take a break. Um, okay. And I will put the 3-minute timer. When the timer runs out, you will hear the sound, and we will be back. We will have 2 more drawings to draw from, and we will share our works at the end, which is the most fun part of this sessions. So I will start the 3-minute timer, and we will be back with 3 minutes. welcome back. I hope you guys had a nice pause. I hope everyone is back for the rest of the drawings. You give me a thumbs up if you guys are here. Yeah, okay. So we have got 2 more drawings to go, 10 minutes each. And I hope you guys are back, and I will start the timer for this one. I've started the timer, and yeah, so the person asking about portfolio, Anupriya, I guess. So Aarti had given a nice suggestion on chat. Draw the kind of work you want to get, you want to be hired for. So yeah, you can think about what kind of work you wish to do, and maybe play around with those sort of themes, and how would your artwork look. Suppose, for an example, you want to work with horror stories, which may also revolve maybe folk tale sort of stories. So maybe start focusing on those themes in your work. It's just an example. Um, it could be anything. But it is very difficult since you're starting out. You might not be aware of what really interests you, or it could be a possibility. You may be open to all sorts of things. Because when we are starting out, we just want the work. We want our work to get out there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's in general nice advice that um, do the kind of work which you want to continue doing. Like one of the central theme has still remained me after all these years that I want the playfulness, I want the warmth, kindness. How I want to see the world, I try to represent that through my illustrations. So that is one of the common theme which still goes on.
And I also like the way that you improvise and add story in your work. It's really
Yeah.
lovely to watch that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You just started this one?
Yeah, we just started.
Hmm.
We've got 8 minutes for this one. Anyone else has any question, please feel free to ask them. Because we don't have much time in this session, and uh, I don't want anyone to feel left out if they have any question. We will try our best to answer those. We can zoom on the picture. I think Zoom might have some picture. Also, one of the thing which really someone was asking about what's my inspiration. So it's not necessary that when I start something to draw, I always might have some inspiration. Sometimes I don't have any idea or something like that. So I would start with a word. Suppose tree. Tree is a word, and I want to make an artwork illustration around it. So I will start writing down what can how further I can take the word tree. So you will think when you think about tree, what are the images, what are the words which comes to your head? So it could be roots, how the roots are, how the shapes of roots are there. It could be fruit. It could be shade. So from tree you have went to shade. It could be summer. It could be mango. It could be dried leaf. Uh, it could be someone's home, a squirrel's home. Uh, it could be a rainy day, and it could be children's playing on a swing on a tree. So from a word, you made a visual narrative out of it. It could be a date tree. Someone had just cut off that tree, but another fresh leaf has just sprung out from that same cut branch. So you add meaning to that word that which had nothing, no meaning attached a minute before. So you can start with that thinking, and you can take the narrative wherever you would like it to be. If you think about tree, it doesn't have to be a literal tree. It could be a family tree, like how there is mother, father, kids. What you can take that idea of how you can take that idea forward. It's totally up to you. And yeah, consuming other art, other form of art also, I think, helps your visual library. Right? What kind of music you listen to, what kind of songs you listen to, what kind of friends you have, what kind of conversation you have, what sort of books you have, what sort of outlook you have towards your life. Because art is not just perspective, composition, color theory, lines, patterns. It's more than that. Um, for an example, just imagine all those elements of your so much perfect 100% of on composition, perspective, drawing, color, uh, but there is no joy in that work. I mean, it's perfect, just perfect, but there is no story. There is nothing. There is no joy for you to soak on it. But it's perfect. If you're happy with that perfectness, it's totally up to you. But I would much rather have a imperfect sense of drawing skills, but I would still rather pursue a better storytelling mindset. I want to tell stories by the end of the day. I don't want my drawings and everything to be perfect. And all these skills, I just want sort of a supporting element in doing
So
so.
with all these drawings, you're making stories?
Uh, I mean, the one which we are doing now,
Yeah.
no,
Oh.
not now, but in the greater scheme of things, I'm telling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now, if
I'm telling that. Yeah,
okay, when you think like that, okay, to the
yeah.
story or whatever, so since you think of the story and then you find you go and search the pictures or what?
There is no fixed way of doing certain things. Suppose it happens if I see something when I'm walking by, maybe a kid uh, with a parent uh, with a loving moment, and if that captures my eye, that's a story for me in itself. That
Mm.
beautiful moment which I am seeing is a story in itself. So
Mm-hmm.
I will try to capture that, and that's a story for me, a slice of life in a way. And sometimes, like how I mentioned, I think of certain words, like how there are these challenges, right? like Inktober and Folktale Week, there are certain words, and using those words, you have to make illustrations. So it can be either way. Sometimes stories come first, or sometimes you see things happening in a way. Sometimes you start drawing something and stories comes later. When you are in process of drawing something, you think about, oh, it could be, I can lead this drawing in a certain way. This is last minute for this one. 2 seconds. This is the last one. I got 10 minutes for this one. So after this drawing, I will stop sharing, and sharing my screen, and we all can share our work from this session. I will spotlight anyone who want to share their work. And after this drawing. So in a way, like Patricia asked, the story, you start with the story or how you go about it. So it can be either way. You can start your work with story. It totally depend on you, what you actually want to do with these skills, these drawings. Like I want to tell stories. And sometimes I start with stories with intention of telling a story, and I will think about how I can tell that particular stories. Or other times it so happens that when I'm drawing something, then it uh, just like a happy accident, I realize that, oh, I can lead this drawing in certain way. And sometimes those doodles or drawings from life gives me idea of my next illustrations, next artwork. And for me, one of the major element in my work is the little moments of our life. Nothing grand. It's the mundane bits which many people might not notice in their day-to-day life. I try to focus on those and enhance uh, the experience of mundane and the magic of mundane in my work. So this is also one of the themes which I like to follow.
And what materials are you using today?
I'm using just pen, this pen by Tombow Pen. And at the demo part, I use that soft pastels as well. But I'm having fun with this sort of felt tip pen, like how microns are, right? It's sort of that feel,
Yeah.
but it's a bit better, I guess. I feel much more loose, comfortable with these things. If anyone has any questions, uh, please feel free to ask us or chat with us. You necessarily don't have to have questions. Chat with us. So this is the last drawing from this session. We have got 6 minutes for this one. After this, I will stop sharing my screen and we can share our work from this session. I mean, if you want to share your work from this session, I will spotlight the screen so that we can see your work. Do you want to ask?
Do you
Uh,
ever allow to, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, you can go first.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So my thing was that I have already drawn for a really long time, but then now it's been a while where I feel like I've stagnated.
Yeah.
And I know that I like drawing. I know what kind of style I like, and like I have a grasp of a certain way that I draw, I guess. But I feel like I've stagnated in a way where I want to try out new things, but I'm too scared in a way that
Yeah.
it's not going to turn out good. And then is there a way to like get out of it, or is it like I don't know if I'm like stuck in this for a while now, so yeah.
I think my question is, my answer would be very boring, and I don't think it would be very fresh. But this has always worked for me. Like in this same session, uh, another guy was telling that he will not draw from that reference which I had shared because he might make the drawing bad because it was very difficult for them to draw. So my advice in that thing was just make the mark, and as quickly you can get through that phase of making bad drawings, you will move on to the better ones as you move forward. So the only way to move past the feeling which you are going through now is to actually make the more bad drawings as much as you can, as quickly you can. So I would say, or whatever you want to try different materials, different medium. I would say just go for it. And the worst it would happen is that it would be a bad drawing. So you can start again. You can start again. You have always done that. If you look back at your life, like you're saying, you have been drawing for some time. You have certain grasp of what you like, what you love to draw. So you have grasp of those things. It means you have been in this form of practice for a while. So just do it, like Nike would say.
Yeah, I
And
feel like it's perfection that's kind of
yeah,
scary.
so
And
perfection. If I would ask you, suppose, I mean, if you wake up one day and anything you want to draw, it's perfect. Would you happy? I mean, anything you pick. Suppose you pick oil paint and the first painting you did, it's next to Mona Lisa. The next line drawing you did is next to Leonardo da Vinci. How would that make you feel? I, you don't have to answer me that. I just want you to let that question be with you for a few minutes. I think for me, if I want to answer that, it would be very boring. Anything I picked and I was perfect at it, whatever I did. Like for an instance, I've been teaching myself to make animation, and I have no formal understanding or education of animation, but I really love, I, I really wish, and I really want to be uh, a bit have a good grasp of how 2D animation works. So I've been teaching myself that, and I'm having fun and I'm having frustration, all sorts of things. But I'm not letting the frustration bit of my animation journey letting me stop from trying more. So I think it's more about how you're thinking about it mentally, your approach. And I will also tell that don't let my words uh, discourage you. I don't want to be yourself to be harsh on yourself. be kind to yourself. It's very human to feel all these emotions and acknowledge all those things. And it's very brave for us to admit what we are going through and sharing on with random bunch of people. And kudos to you for acknowledging what you're going through. And uh, it's great that you want to get better at what you're uh, feeling a bit hard at. So I would say just have fun, allow yourself to make mistakes. And
I
yeah,
have a theory on that. Can I
yeah.
say it?
Please
That
share.
the sketchbook is for that,
Yeah.
just to do things that you want to do and that you want to see if they work or whatever. Nowadays, I think that people, you see more and more sketches, and with this internet and
True.
all the visuals, you see more and more people that use the sketchbooks as works of
yeah,
art. Entonces,
I get it. I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, one of the main reason is that many of us use our sketchbook as a final product, and since you will see these reels, beautiful reels, where people will go outside and make beautiful paintings on sketchbook, and sometimes we have this idea that a sketchbook should be in a certain way. It's your thing. It's basically your representation of how you see your world, and it's basically a place to make mistakes. And yeah, allow yourself to make those mistakes and have fun while you are making those mistakes. Don't be hard on yourself. I do hope that conversation really helped. And someone else was asking me something. Sorry, person got
Um,
interrupted.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was just asking what you do when you fall out of love with drawing. Has that ever happened? And um, yeah.
you do something else.
Okay, that's a question. Uh, I need some time to think about. Yeah, so it's happens, but sometimes I don't draw for a few weeks. It has happened. At those times, I'm just not being hard on myself. Like I'm not able to continue the my sketchbook or whatever. Like for an instance, I've been not able to make illustration for myself. But the most uh, basic thing which I could do is to draw on my sketchbook from life. But I'm not being hard on myself as long as I am doing a little bit of things. Sometimes what happens, I also consider writing as a form of drawing. I also would include if I have thought for a story, if I have thought of a story for my next illustration, if I'm writing that bit also, that then my work is done. Because we are not human, we are not AI. We would you feed the data in it, and we will spit out the results. And yeah, so one of the key things to take away is for us to take away is be kind to yourself. And internet could be a very cruel place, Instagram, and don't compare yourself. I mean, I compare myself sometimes. But one of the things which I have adopted is that if I see someone who is doing better, suppose if I find a profile who has a better understanding of color theory or maybe anatomy. So now one of the things which happens in my brain is, wow, this person is very good at this thing. Maybe I can learn more from following his work and following his process. If you had asked me 5 years back, if I have seen this person work, I would have been just scared to follow their work, or I would have belittled myself, my work. But yeah, each flowers bloom at their own time. So give yourself that time. We all will bloom at our designated time. And yeah, have faith in your work and yourself. And whoever want to share their work uh, in this session work from this session, please feel free to raise your virtual hands. I mean, virtual by what I mean is there is raise hand option at the bottom of your Zoom window, or you can also raise this your real hand. Sounds weird when I say that way. Oh, yeah, plenty. So I will, if anyone is in hurry to leave this session, if they want to get to their work or something else, please do let me know by unmuting yourself if you want to share early and if you want to leave right after
Do you have
sharing
to
your.
go, Shivam? But I don't
Okay,
have to go first, but I do have to go.
okay. Anyone else want to leave early? Do let me know so that you can share. Okay, before I start sharing, I wanted to say this free session, this People Drawing People session was made possible by the support of my Patreon support. And everything which you see me doing, the work which I do, is I'm really grateful for my Patreon supports. I don't have, I there is no sentence I can form in my brain which could acknowledge the support which I get on my Patreon. And it's been a lovely 1 year journey, and I would love to continue sharing my work, my process, and these drawing sessions, whatever I can do to make your art journey a bit better. And I don't know much about, I mean, not a professional, not an expert in art by any means. I try to share whatever I've learned in my art journey uh, on my Patreon. I share my in-depth process on my Patreon, and if you would like to support me on my Patreon, you can find that Patreon link on my Instagram bio, and I will put the link and everything on a proper post. And this recorded session will be shared with everyone. Everyone can access it because we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary. I thought it would be nice if anyone wants to come back to this question, these thoughts, and hello to person who is not in this live session and watching it on replay. I hope you too are enjoying this session. And yeah, I will start. That was what I wanted to share. And Charlotte, should I start with you? Like, since you wanted to go ahead. I think no one is in
Wouldn't
hurry
mind.
to leave.
Yeah, my daughter's like, I need to go, and I'm like, okay, just
Okay.
wait 2 seconds. But
So-
I can share. If you want to start with the others, I'll share it on my Instagram anyway.
Okay. So I think if you want to share, I can start with you. I can spotlight. Okay. I have spotlighted.
Yeah, I just want to
Oh
say
my
that
God.
Shivam,
Lovely.
if I joined your Patreon, and I do
Yeah.
want to, but I just don't have time. But
Yeah,
for
true.
anyone who gets stuck on
I
drawing,
totally.
join Shivam's Patreon because
Yeah.
he always picks really good reference photos. Oh, I started with this one.
This
I
is so
did a quick
lovely.
one of that one.
Can you tell all the materials which you have used?
I
I'm
just
assuming
used
all have the
marker.
same question which I'm having. What
Oh.
materials do you have used?
I just used, where are they? I used markers for like brush pens.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I scraped some
Acrylic
ink.
ink.
Yeah, just
I
on
love
like,
those.
yeah. I use just a card
Great.
to scrape it.
Yeah,
And this way it dries really quickly so that the background
nice.
is just scraped.
I love the collage of three people. It
Yeah,
looks like they are
they
in some sort of play.
yeah, they do I tried to put them together to make them look like they were together.
Lovely.
And then the lady, I had a bit of difficulties with her proportions, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And this one was fun.
So
I
good.
made him a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And then
That's so
this one,
good.
it was fast,
Oh my
but
God.
it's fine.
This looks so
Yeah. Thank you so much,
good.
fun.
And Charlotte is also on Patreon. She also conducts drawing sessions and she shares her courses. Do check it out. I mean, anyone who has any sort of this community thing going on, please comment. I mean, when I put the post out, please do comment so that other people can also find out your lovely Patreon or Substack group. And yeah, Charlotte, it was
Thank you,
lovely seeing your
Shivam.
work. I'm really glad you're here drawing with us, and it's always
It
lovely
was great.
seeing
Thank you
your
so
work.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a
And
hashtag.
I
Do you have
don't
a
have any
hashtag?
hashtag. What you can do is just tag me, and
Tag,
I will
okay.
reshare everyone's story if you share it on. I mean, tag me on Instagram tomorrow afternoon, because it's going to be very late for me now. It's almost near midnight. And if anyone else is in hurry to leave this session, do let me know so that you can share early and be on your way if you want to. If no one is in hurry, I will start randomly. Jyotsana, if you want to share, I will spotlight you.
Sure. Yeah.
How was the
So,
session for you?
oh, I loved it.
Oh,
I haven't drawn, or I've been drawing and not enjoying it for a while.
oh,
So this is the first time I've enjoyed drawing in like what feels like months, but is probably
mhm.
weeks. Yeah, so it was really great because I keep
Lovely.
coming back to it to like be like, no, I love this and I should keep doing more
Yeah,
of.
I do hope after this session that feeling of not enjoying the work would go away, because the work looks really lovely.
I
I
had
can
a lot
see
of
you have enjoyed.
great
Yeah.
reference.
Thank you. Is that it? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being here and drawing with us and sharing your lovely work. Ravleen, you see familiar faces. Hi, Ravleen. How are you? How was the session
Hey,
for you?
hi. It was great as
Yeah.
always. And I
Thank you.
myself have been, away from
Yeah.
drawing on and off. So this was a great session.
Yeah.
So these are some of my drawings, just line
Yeah.
work
This is
and
so
some
lovely. I love the
colors.
exaggeration.
Yeah. I struggled with the details on these two, so you can see that
Yeah, yeah.
some more line
But
work.
they have come out really nice.
Yeah, this is like my, part of making bad art. So yeah, that's what I'm calling it. I really loved how this one turned out to be
Yeah.
because it's like quite tall and I
Yeah.
just let myself go by this time and then this is
Really
completely out
nice.
of proportion. So yeah, that's from me.
But yeah,
It was a
lovely.
great session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravling, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work. It's always lovely seeing everyone's take on the same reference. And Dheeraj, I will spotlight you. How was the session for you? Was it overwhelming? Was it confusing? I hope it was fun.
It was actually really good. The session was really good. Can you see this?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Is
this
it with pen? Drawing with pen?
is color pencil.
Okay,
Okay.
very
I
nice.
think it's not very clear, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can figure out the details. But you can also share it on Instagram and
Yeah. So
tag me.
color
I will
pencil.
reshare.
The second guy, I actually didn't make him. I just made the silhouette and that's it. And then another one. Yeah, this one was actually fun. So
Yeah.
can you
The
see this?
movement was really fun. The body language. Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Nice.
the lines are too light for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
camera. Then another one, which I said I'll not draw, but I did it anyway, which is one. So okay.
Yeah. I really love the drapery on
Yeah.
how you have done it.
And then I think the last one is okay. So this is my favorite one.
The lady was
Yes,
sitting.
I'm able to capture the smile of that person. So
Yeah, yeah.
can you see this?
It was if you had done the teeth with open mouth.
I wish I had like made this darker.
Yeah.
Put on Insta anyway. And this couple,
Yeah.
so you can't see a thing, right?
Yeah, it's bit because I think camera is not able to pick up, but I'm sure it's a bit darker in real life.
Nothing wrong with my camera.
No worries. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, and
Nice.
the last one is this.
You guys have done so much in this session. Yeah, nice.
That's all.
Yes. Thank you, Dheeraj, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your lovely work. It's always fun to draw with
My pleasure.
more and more people, new people, old people, all sorts of people. So it also fits with the people drawing people thing. And Patricia, I will spotlight you. Are you still drawing?
Ah.
Yeah, that's great. How was the session for you?
Good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
There were lots of questions, and I do hope this session does not let you more confused than you were when you
No,
entered the
No.
session. Oh my God. Is this with pen? Ink. I
that's
love the
with pen.
lines.
Yes. Yeah. Pen.
I love the lines.
This one.
Have you done this with continuous line drawing? It looks like sort
Yeah,
of.
I do a lot
I
with
love.
continuous line. Yes.
Love these. Love the how we have exaggerated. Love the lady who's almost sort of merged with the pink magenta background. I'm
Mm.
going too picky with exactly. No, no, no. That's so great.
That's it. It was fun.
Thank
And
you.
I truly believe that, sketchbooks are to try.
Yeah.
Just people are so concerned of having a perfect page and
Yeah.
no.
Thank you, Patricia, for your
Thank you.
advice,
Thank you.
and thank you for being here and drawing with us and sharing your lovely work. Thank you. I really love your line work and how you have exaggerated. Arati,
Thank you.
I will spotlight you. How was the session for you?
Hello, it was really good. I enjoy drawing people, but obviously I always draw them as dogs. As you can see behind me, they're all.
I have
dogs.
another friend. You might know Beth Spencer. Do you know?
Yes,
She
I do
always
her
puts
sessions
cats
sometimes.
and dogs on everything she
Yeah.
draws. So
Yeah, I
you
do her
guys might
sessions sometimes,
make
but they
a.
don't always work out time-wise.
She's from USA, I guess.
Yeah.
USA.
I'm in
And
the
you're
UK.
from
so-
UK.
Yeah.
We all are from different time zones.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's really tricky to work out the difference.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the last
Oh,
three.
lovely.
I'm working on toned paper, and if anyone wants to know, this is the
Stillman.
Stillman and Byrne Nova Trio sketchbook.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
really
has
nice sketch.
gray paper, black paper, beige paper,
Oh, all in one.
all in one, yeah.
Nice.
And then this is the last page in my odd orange sketchbook, and I had a prepared background.
Oh, lovely. These are so great.
So they're using my fountain pen. It's a
Nice. So had you prepared the
80901A.
base earlier?
Yeah. So sometimes I sit and I do,
Yes.
like if I have leftover paint, I'll just add bases. And then this is my sketchbook for group drawing sessions.
Oh, nice.
So it saves a little bit of time. And if I'm not inspired, then it gives me a little extra. And then
This
one of
has-
them was a Fude nib pen. So it's a, not sure if you can
Angled
see
nib.
that. It's a bent nib, yeah. It's a 45-degree angle fountain pen nib with waterproof ink. I also, like you, I have a pen with water-based ink. Random
Yes.
white pens, Pit Artist's pen, Liquitex marker, and Deco brush pens. Yeah,
Nice.
and a pencil, which needs to be replaced.
Thank you, Arati, for being here and drawing with us and sharing a lovely
Thanks, it was a
and
great
unique work.
session.
People, I will spotlight you. Yeah. How was the session for you?
It was very interesting. I'm a newbie and I'm not very good in drawing people, and I did better than I
Yeah.
thought I would. So
Yeah, that's
thank
what
you.
mattered.
Thank you very
That's
much.
what mattered. Lovely. Love this. I love how you have like changed the bicycle from bigger to
Yes,
smaller to
a
yeah.
little out of proportion,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, this also exercises your brain into thinking how you can change certain elements to fit into your choice of whatever you want to do. It's really
Yes.
interesting.
I tried, I heard you about exaggeration and I tried it.
Yeah, it's nice way to like you don't have to be a prisoner of your reference image. They are just to help us to take our drawing further. Lovely. Yes. I love your use of color pencils.
Yes, I'm using color pencils and Neo Color too,
Oh, yes.
and both.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Lovely work. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and sharing your work and drawing with us.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you. Subhashini, I'll spotlight you. How was the session for you? Was it fun?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay. So the session was like really, really amazing because it's been a while since I've been wanting to like put pencil on paper, and I've been too scared to do that, and I was able to do that. So that was like a very big plus for me. So I'll show you the sketches. This is one.
Nice.
Then um and then the other two.
Lovely. Is it pen or pencil colored?
These are pen only. This is
Okay.
normal stick ka this
Okay.
thing felt tip pen. This one.
Nice.
Yeah. And then when you were talking about the continuous line thingy, I even like wanted to like experiment with that. So I think I did it in this one.
Oh, I love the lady.
Yeah.
Oh, the old lady.
Yeah, I also
It was
drew
so
you.
much character. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then on the other is these two.
Nice.
And
Nice,
then
nice.
else the
Lovely.
yeah.
I love their proportions.
This one?
Like it's so yeah. I mean, I love the play of proportions between those two figures. So
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work. It's always lovely to see everyone's work. Day, I will spotlight you. Right.
Hello.
Right. How was the session
Yes.
for you?
This is my second time joining.
Okay.
So I was very excited when I saw your story. I was like, oh, yay, let's go. And then, yeah, it's always a great time here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I missed on the first one because I was a little distracted.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the others done.
Lovely.
Yeah. Those, and then these, I really had fun with
Yeah.
these. I love the grandma smile. I really
Yeah.
love how it came out. And yeah, she just looks grumpy, I guess.
Lovely. Lovely work.
And yeah, that's the work that I got done.
Yeah, you were
That's-
asking question. I hope we were able to help you out in your question.
Yeah, it actually helped a lot because
Yeah. So one of the biggest problem I feel with all creatives is that we are so isolated. As an artist, we are very isolated person. We live in a vacuum almost. So if you don't belong to a community or certain things, you feel many of the time you will feel that perspective, anatomy, composition, color theory, your the room of art is restricted to those things, and the best you have is Instagram, where people are sharing wonderful work. Their sketchbooks are almost straight out of art gallery, so we sort of uh, diminish our understanding of what art can be and how fun and playful it can be. So that is why, I mean, I'm not pitching my Patreon in a way to all the people who are here, but in a way, it has immensely helped me when it doesn't have to be a Patreon group or Substack group. You could be just a couple of friends who are going on art date. It should be fun. It should not be about end result, about making the final thing. It should be about the whole journey. That's where the fun lies, I guess. Yeah, And thank you, Dave, for sharing your work and being here and drawing with us. Lovely work you've got. Farah, I
Yeah.
will spotlight you.
I just want to say thanks for
Okay.
taking your time to answer the question. It
Yeah,
actually
no
really
worries.
helped.
No worries. We
Yeah.
all go through all the things, and these are the common things and very logical questions to have. And all we want is a community where we can ask all these questions without any judgment. And this is what our community is for, like to have all sorts of people from all uh, skill level. None of us are perfect in what we do, and it's very interesting. We all come from different background, different age group, and different understanding of what art really is. And it's always fun to hear everyone's perspective regarding this. And yeah,
Shivam, can I share a little?
yeah,
Just as an
Do-
older person for her, I just want
Yeah.
to say, like, honor that your creativity can ebb and flow in different ways. So, I've been through a lifetime of doing art, and sometimes I take up knitting or really get into cooking because my creativity wants to go that direction. And I think it has really added to my art and my drawing by giving it a break and then coming back. And sometimes if I'm still wanting to stick to it, I'll just try all these weird like products or media that stretches me and makes me, not so bored with just drawing. Anyway, thank you.
yeah, that's really nice thing to say. And yeah, sometimes we all require a little bit word of encouragement when we feel stuck in a rut. And yeah, this sort of session really help. And I'll move on to the next. Farah, I will spotlight you. How was the session for you?
Hi, Shivam. The session
Hi.
was great and congratulations on 1 year.
Oh,
And
thank
you choose the best pictures. I always enjoy this.
Thank you. If I mean, it takes I scroll through more than hours and hours, and these images are actually on the bottom of pixels and Unsplash.
Absolutely, it shows
takes-
because
Yeah.
there's so much thought that goes into their lovely pictures.
I'm really glad you guys enjoy the reference.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So this
Oh,
is
lovely.
first one.
Yeah. I love how everyone uses different format of sketchbook and how they fit in their drawings and everything. It's always fun to see. Really nice.
And
Oh my God. Lovely. I love how we have done the whole green dress thing. Can you show that green dress lady once again to us?
Sure.
That's all. So many people were asking how to deal with the jewelry and stuff. So one of the thing is like you have sort of work with the pattern of the dress, but we can
Yeah.
also figure out there are suggestions of jewelry. This is also
Yeah.
one of way of approaching, and you have I can see very graphic elements in how you work, how your shapes and everything is. There are different ways
Yeah.
of seeing. So these sort of the things which we share at the end also gives a perspective like, oh, I could have done that drawing in a certain way. So it also sort of expands our vision of our mind of how certain things can be drawn or painted. It's always fun to see that. I really love this one.
Thank you. Lately, I've
And
been
frame
seeing
this
a
one.
lot of Jamini Roy
Oh,
painting.
nice. I can
So
now
I
see the
love the
resemblance.
proportion his hands
True.
have and the waist and like the hips. So I tried
Yeah.
getting inspired by that for this one. Yeah.
So one of the, I mean, I can talk about all these things. One of the things, since you mentioned Gemini Roy,
Yeah.
is one of the things which has helped me as an artist is appreciating art and artists. And they doesn't need to be a painter or artist. It could be a singer or actor or a writer or it could be a lyricist or anything. Once you start to acknowledge the people who are doing good, uh, you develop a sense of you take the energy, you soak in their energy, and you build your own way of
Yes.
working. So when you feel people asking how do you go through when you feel stuck in rut, you can consume the things which you like, the art. You can go back to the things which inspired you. It could be a movie, it could be a book, and they have a way of getting back to you, and they usually help me in finding my way back to art. So yeah, thank you for
And the
Lovely.
last one. Once again, thanks, Shivam. This was great.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work.
Thank you.
Patricia, I will spotlight you. How was the session for you?
The session was great. Sorry, I'm putting the sound on. The session was great. When I saw the pictures, I thought, oh my God, this is pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
And then I put away this idea, and then I followed you, and then
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with the result.
I love how you have like focused just on the black paints. I really love how graphic the whole thing is.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Really nice. Oh, nice.
This one was pretty hard, I thought, because of
Yeah.
the position of the body.
Yeah, because of the perspective, it's the camera angle and everything. It might be weird looking. Nice.
Sorry. And then this one.
Lovely. Are you using that pencil which has multiple colors when you start drawing? Yeah.
Yes, the magic.
Nice. Magic pencil.
Pencil, yeah.
Lovely.
But I only have time to do this. I don't have time to color and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Except for the last one.
Yeah, but it's really nice that you are like clear on your head that what materials and how you want to approach your drawing. And yeah, sometimes
This one I only did the head
nice.
and the last one.
Nice.
I like this one. The
I
position.
love like how you have used pops and bits of colors on certain places rather than using color on whole thing. That's a very smart way of actually drawing in a time crunch. Really nice.
Thank you very much for making this time for us to share
Yeah.
and to draw. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia, for being here and drawing with us and sharing a lovely work, lovely approach. Prabhakar, I will spotlight you. Yeah, how was the session for you? A long time since I saw you.
Yeah, Shivam.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not able to catch
No,
up.
no. I hope everything is.
Yeah,
good.
all well. I couldn't meet you. I was also in
Yeah,
Bangalore, but it was like a
No
short
worries.
stint. Yeah, congratulations first of all for completing
Yeah,
1 year. I
thank you.
hope I be with you
Yeah.
for this year on your Patreon. So I'll just share. This was the first one.
Oh, lovely. Is this ink?
No, this is just watercolor. The normal
Oh.
these camel watercolors which we get. Yeah, I've just
Nice.
used this only and the pen and a little bit of soft pastels at places. Then this is the first one. This is the second one.
Lovely. Oh my God. I love how you have done the drapery. Is this watercolor?
This is watercolor. All of this is watercolor only.
And for
I
white
really
thing?
struggle with applying different mediums in that short span of time. So I mostly keep it to watercolors and just outline.
Lovely.
Yeah. Then this is the grandma. I just did a little cartoony version of it.
Nice.
Then this.
Lovely.
My screen is, yeah.
Lovely use of watercolor. I really love it.
This is also watercolor only.
Yeah. I love this.
Thanks. And this was the last one.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Great
it was
work. You
really
got so
nice.
much done in quick time.
Yeah, And I really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
mean, anyways, your references and all of it is very nice, and just seeing other people, in that short span of time doing different styles is really nice. So yeah, thank you so much. Cheers, Shivam.
Yeah.
I hope I keep
Thank
up
you.
this year.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Prabhakar, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your lovely work. Mostly, I will spotlight you. How was the session for you?
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did some line
Oh,
drawings
lovely.
and I really enjoyed doing the details on the
Yeah.
drapery and the jewelry, and I could go on. I wanted more time for these.
I love how you
Um,
have added the drinks on the guy.
yeah,
It's
I
fun
added
and
some props to make more
nice.
sense to his movements. And then the grandma.
Oh,
I liked doing her designs on
thoughts.
her
Yeah,
dress, on her clothes, but I think I messed up with her face a little bit. Um,
lovely.
and then I just did this one.
Lovely.
I added some tattoos on her. She looked like someone who might enjoy them. So
Yeah,
yeah.
lovely.
Thank you so much
Lovely
for
work.
sharing the tips initially. I've written them
Yeah.
down. I'm gonna use them.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So this will be recording will be shared. You can always come back to this if you want to rewatch this. I will share this and it will be available for everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Mosmi, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your lovely work. Jan, I
Thanks to
will
you.
spotlight you. Um, hi. Hi, Jan. How are you? Still, I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Hear me?
Yeah. Now I can.
No, you didn't. Okay, sorry, I had a new mic plugged in. Congratulations on a year.
Thank you, Jan.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Loved the references.
Yeah.
And I really took to heart what you said about do the kind of work you want to keep
Yeah.
doing. Put that out there and also just keep practicing the thing you actually want to do as opposed to frittering away
Yeah.
activities that don't necessarily feed that, which I do a lot of those kinds of things. Anyway, so not this, that was something else, but that was the first guy.
Lovely.
And I started out with the idea of just doing grayscale, starting with an erasable red pencil. And this guy ends up looking like Spider-Man.
True. Oh, I love the energy of that figure on the right.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how she came out. She's pretty. And then I guess this is next. I didn't get very far with the other dancing lady, and the grandma cracked me up. And last one was two. Yeah, it's like I slow down during these sessions. I get slower and slower and less detail. And that couple and the girl sitting in the skate park.
Lovely.
As far as they got. And that's me. And I really, really appreciated this. And I'm going to keep playing with those references. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Zan, for being here and sharing your lovely work. It's always fun to see the work. And what few more, right? Anupriya, have you shared or?
Yeah, I can share it here.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I've
So-
spotlighted.
So is it visible?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, so I drew
That's
you
me.
first. Yeah. And this one, I think it's little.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I added some flowers and butterflies here. Yeah.
Nice.
And I think this is the.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's very blurry. The network is very low from here. So.
Yeah, I think it's because of the light, I guess.
Yeah, maybe because of the lights. I guess.
Yeah. Lovely. Lovely work.
I sketched it. So
Nice.
oh, so
Nice.
it's the last one.
Yes. Love this.
Thank you. Thank you for the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Anupriya, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work. Sudeshna, do you want to share? I can't see your video.
Hello.
Okay, I will spotlight you.
Hi.
Okay, hi.
Thank you so
How
much
was
for a
it?
lovely session. It was fantastic, and I was so happy to be able to join. Should I just show you what I did?
Yeah, you can share it.
So this is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is the second one, which is the dancer.
Lovely.
Yeah, I have bits and pieces falling out of my sketchbook. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So yeah, that's the second one. And because these were done with ink, I had to wait for it to dry. And I got out my other sketchbook. This is a newsprint sketchbook. This is the third drawing I did.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then I did the old lady.
Lovely.
Yeah.
You guys have done such a great work. Just keep at it. I've
Yeah.
got so much to
And
learn from you guys.
I think this was the one we did next. This was challenging, of course, like because of the two figures, but I
Yeah.
had fun. And then the last one was a little experimental, because of my choice of colors, but I still had fun doing it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely work. Thank you,
Thank
Sudeshna,
you
for
again.
sharing your work and being here and drawing with us. Lovely work. Nina, I will spotlight you.
Hi, from me too.
How was
Thanks,
the
of
session for
course.
you?
So much fun, for sure.
Really glad to hear that.
Always to draw people and not to have to look for references.
True.
So I started there with,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
taking a bit, I guess, note of the main ideas to keep it simple. And I did this guy, this new color
Nice.
too.
Lovely.
And the dancer.
Oh, lovely.
I love
You have
this.
sprayed water on it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's I got that from you. I really like that. It looks so cool with the
Yeah.
combos. And I did this one with some kind
I
of
love this. Love your drawing.
graphite and some acrylic marker in the back.
Lovely.
The grandma is maybe didn't turn out that great.
But lovely. It's looking nice.
The couple I just did in graphite.
Nice. You have tried so
And
many styles in a single session. It's so fun.
yeah, I just
So
love
many
to
materials.
experiment with all the materials. And then lastly, this one also graphite.
Lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks a lot. It's definitely so much fun.
Thank you, Nina, for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work. Madan, do you want to share your work?
Hi, yes. Firstly, congratulations and thank you for doing
Thank you.
this. I'm a working professional, I'm an engineer, and also being an artist. It was hard for me to pick up a pen and draw something. It's been more than 3 months since I draw something, and you made me to draw a few things. Thank you for that.
Do you want
Let
to
me
share
share.
your drawing?
Yeah. I joined on
Actually,
a desktop, so I'll share my screen.
video
Can you
is
allow me to share?
okay. Okay.
It is.
Can you share now?
Yeah, now I'm able to share. Thank you.
Oh,
So
lovely.
I didn't had
I hope
money.
everyone can see the screen.
So I didn't add many art supplies on my table since I was working. In between work, I can able to do few things with pencil and uh, ink pen,
Lovely.
which I had. So these are a
Nice.
couple of things I did.
Nice. Okay. I hope everyone is able to see the shared screen.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
Okay. Yeah.
So this one was a bit tough for me. Yeah, but still I tried. I only can, I'm able to do these
But you
many.
have done a great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this looks so lovely.
Yeah, that's all from my end.
Yeah. So thank you for being here and drawing with us and sharing your work. Lovely seeing your work. Aya, do you want to share?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I've spotlighted.
I joined a little bit late, so I didn't do the
Oh,
cycle.
I think we met in Bangalore, I guess.
We did, yes.
Oh, nice.
That's why I didn't have
How's
that
it
many.
going?
It's going good. It's going good. It's kind of hectic, so this was a nice
Oh,
break.
I love the jacket of that guy.
Ah, thank you.
Love it.
Redid the lady.
Oh,
But I like
nice.
it.
Love the line work.
Thank you.
Nice.
Sorry, the screen's reversed, so it's kind of hard to
Okay.
tell. There.
Yeah, I can see. This is so lovely. Love this. Is this a very big sketchbook or is it looking like that on?
No, it's big. It's quite big.
Oh, nice. Are these charcoals?
Yes, charcoal pencil.
Your line are so crisp,
Thank you. I didn't have my
like
sketchbook.
crunchy. They're so nice.
Thank you.
Line quality.
This one I read it, but I like the original more.
I like the first one too.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
the
Aya,
session.
for
It was so much fun.
thank you, Aya, being here and sharing your work
Thank you.
and drawing with us. And Shreya, do you want to share?
Yeah, sure. Hi, it's my
Nice
first time
spot.
doing something like this, so I'm a
Okay.
bit nervous.
I hope it was fun.
Yeah, it was. And also the conversations you did throughout kept me going, so
Yeah,
that was
I
intense.
kept on blabbering. I hope I made some sense.
No, it was like very interesting, so
So
I
take
didn't.
my words with pinch of salt.
Sure. Thank you so much for this, first
Yeah.
of all. So yeah, so I was expecting something in color, so I actually popped in a lot of color into the drawings.
It's so good.
So this was the
It looks
first
like
one.
I opened a graphic novel or something.
I had like limited supply, so I just did
Yeah.
whatever I can with the random crayons and things I could find. So this was the first one, and then I did something with brush pen over here, and some use of oil pastels. Yeah, that was this, and yeah, this grandma was my favorite out of the lot, considering the emotions it had, it's holding. So it was
Yeah,
very to work on this one. And then this one, yeah, this was a
lovely.
bit. So, and again, yeah, this one. So I tried to use some negative space and stuff. I hope you can see this. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Looking
Thank you
forward
for
to more.
sharing your lovely work.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here and sharing your work and drawing with us.
Yeah, looking forward to more. Yeah.
Sandeep, do you want to share?
Yes. Hi, Shivam.
Hi.
Big session. And I'm so glad that I came across it because I've only
I've spotted
you, and I absolutely hate drawing people because they're so
Oh.
gesture. But yeah, I just started drawing these, and
I hope you will hate them a bit lesser after this session.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to start drawing people more often now.
Yeah, you have done a great job.
Thank you so much.
I love the line work.
So yeah, this is it. And then I did not draw the other two, the last two, because I was like, but yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
lovely. Thank you for being here and sharing your work and drawing with us. Lovely.
Yeah, I love your artwork.
And you guys can also check the comments. People have shared their praises on the comments of your work. You guys can check that too. And I hope everyone who is here has shared their work, who wanted to share their work. You can also share your work on Instagram and tag me over there. Tomorrow I will reshare everyone's work. So there will be a flood of stories from my end on Instagram tomorrow. There you can see everyone's work in much more detail and light. And yeah, and mm, that was it. 1 year anniversary. Sandeep, do you want to say something?
Were you also drawing? I felt like you were
Yeah, yeah.
also
Oh, sorry, I forgot to.
like
Because I haven't done really great job, but let me share what I did. So, oh, sorry, I have lost it. This was the first one which I shared a demo for. And I was not able to draw much because I was constantly blabbering about things. Oh,
so cool. I really like the way you draw.
yeah. So I was talking about like even though if I make mistake, I can always improvise. So the hip part I did it a bit in upper area, so it was not a right place for it. But I didn't mind the line. I continued my drawing, and that was what I was trying to convey in the between the session, that I don't mind the mistakes. I will still try to improvise. That is something which I have learned drawing with pen. That accept yourself, man. It's no big deal if you make a bad drawing. You
God,
can
this
always
is
improvise. So I mean, that is something which I tell to myself, that it's okay to make mistakes.
I love the
Uh,
sense of visualization to your lines. It's like
Thank you. So I haven't drawn much. That was all I did in this session, and I had such a lovely time uh, uh, speaking to each and every one of you. And in the given time, it's very difficult to explain the process and talk about all the things, because art is verb. It is something which you do, something you draw and practice and devote your life through. And it is something which you can't, if you give 1 year or 2 year, it's not like you will be great at it. It will, once you give enough time, you will realize that the point is not to be great at it. It's something to, like, it's a life sort of lifestyle. You live with it, and it's a form of expression. There is more to art than just to be skilled draftsman, or I mean, nothing wrong with being great at drafting, but there is more to it, I feel. And I'm really glad you guys were here with me celebrating our Patreon anniversary. And I do hope I will see you in our Patreon group. And that is a place where I talk about all the things which you were asking in depth, where I talk about all the challenges, all the process, and all the things which I personally go through in my art journey. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And I wish you all the best in your art journey. And um, have a great day ahead. And I'm looking forward to drawing with you guys next time. And yeah,
Thank you.
I'm really glad you guys were here. Bye bye. Take care. Have a
Bye.
great day ahead. I will
Thank you.
share the recordings soon in a couple of days.
Hey Shivam, just one last thing. What's the Insta
Yeah.
page? People drawing people. I'll tag the page.
No, I have the same Booker page is my ID. There is no people drawing people page. It is
Okay,
just something I might have picked up from somewhere. This line which stuck with me, people drawing people, and I continued with it for
got it.
several of the sessions. You
So
can
this
just tag me.
at
I will
Booker
reshare. Sorry,
is
sorry.
at Booker is the handle on Instagram.
Yeah.
Got it.
BHU_KAD.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Take care, guys. Wishing you all the best in your art journey. And yeah, if you guys need any help, I will try my best to answer. Even after this session, you can always contact me on Instagram. Yeah, see you in the next one. Have a great art journey ahead, and yeah, see you in the next one. Take care.